Okay, we got to talk more about this weather.
What is going on with July?
Here we go again.
I know, right?
Here?
It's a severe weather season that won't end.
Yeah.
It will not end.
No, it won't. July is drunk.
Apparently.
July is drunk. Yeah,
I guess
for
so.
sure.
Our storm trackers have been very busy. They were out very early this morning, and some of those trackers are still out this evening. This was a shot from Jeremy Carter as he was watching that tornado warning storm that was near Woodward, and it moved south and east. A big time lightning show, and that all took place around 4 o'clock this morning, so well before sunrise. Now, eventually the sun did come out, but then we just had a lot more storms, and some of those were also, or a lot of those were actually also severe. So now, right now, we do have a couple of our storm trackers out, and you can see their shots. This is Jeremy Carter's shot. This is Val and Amy's shot, and so a lot of us just seeing some sunshine right now because we're reloading. The atmosphere is reloading. We're going to see more storms late this evening and into tonight, so we have lots of more rounds of rain and storms to go. Now we can go to Lynx 1 and show you what the wind gust kind of did earlier this morning. Now at the Mesonet site at Woodward, we had a gust of 68, but we also had another reported wind gust of near 80 up there near Woodwarders as well, and 83 in Beaver County, and several locations where we actually had near 60-mile-an-hour gusts, but a 61 officially here in Oklahoma City. And because of those, we've had a lot of power outages, and we still have over 3,000 customers just in Ellis County without power, 800 customers in Woodward. This is just 12-hour rainfall totals, and we've already seen several rain and storms this past several weeks, so we keep getting a lot of flooding because the ground is just so saturated at this point, but ended up with a little over 3/4 in Oklahoma City, and we will likely be adding to that later tonight and into tomorrow. But looking at next July, we still do have some showers, well, east of I-35 at this point, but certainly nothing severe. Zooming in just a little bit closer, you can see that shower. It's heading just south of Holdenville. That's falling apart. Another shower just near Roth, and off to the north, a lot of showers just kind of moving outside of our viewing area, but just kind of looking at what is to the west. This is what is to come. So you can see where Val is. He's going to play the northern part of these storms, and then Jeremy's going to come in and he's going to play the middle and southern part of these storms, and then we'll adjust as these storms get a lot closer. But destructive thunderstorm warning, so we're talking about 80-mile-an-hour plus winds within these storms currently. We'll see what they do as they cross the border. This is our National Cowboy Museum camera, part of our Lucky Star Skycam network. Partly sunny skies right now. This is the warmest we've been all day, 80 degrees, and east-southeast wind right now at 9 miles an hour. Temperatures in the low 70s over Osage County where we still have the rain, but we also have low to mid 90s in southwest Oklahoma. South wind anywhere between about 10 to 20, still seeing gusts as high as around 30 in the southwest, and this pattern is certainly locked in. So we've got this ridge of high pressure in the west, and that puts us in this west-northwest flow. So as we get the heating of the day and storms that form out to the west, they have no problem making it in our direction. That's what's going to happen again late tonight. So by about 8 o'clock, some of the data bringing in these storms across the Texas and Oklahoma border. Severe damaging wind gusts will be the biggest threat. The good news is a lot of the data as they move a little bit farther into the state shows them weakening, but they could still be severe. So we're going to be watching it very closely. The team's still going to be in overnight and into tomorrow morning. Another round of rain and storms. The severe threat looks a little bit lower during that time, but these could also hang around for at least the early part of our afternoon. And then as we get into tomorrow evening, things look to be fairly quiet, at least for a while, until we get into tomorrow night after midnight. More storms coming in out of Kansas that will move through Sunday morning. So it's going to be a very wet morning on Sunday morning. However, some of those storms could also become severe, damaging wind gusts being the biggest threat. So for this evening, storms are a lot more likely out to the west. It's probably not going to be a little bit closer till midnight before the storms do make it into the metro, and eventually they should weaken as they move off to the east. So the highest threat for severe storms is again going to be along the border, where we could see up to golf ball size hail wind gusts over 70 miles an hour. By the time they make it into Oklahoma City, I think wind gusts may be between 60 to 65, and that's also again in western Oklahoma where we could see the larger hail, and we're talking up to golf ball size hail, possibly along the Kansas and Oklahoma border as well. We're going to have to watch it. Some of those storms could be coming in out of Kansas as well. Tonight, temperatures drop down into the upper 60s and 70s tomorrow afternoon. As long as we can get rid of some of the rain early in the day, then we could meet those mid 80 temperatures. But it really depends on how fast we can get these storms to move out. So tomorrow afternoon, I think this is going to happen early afternoon. About a 60% chance from Oklahoma City down into southeast Oklahoma. Tomorrow night to Sunday morning, storms are likely again. Some of those could also be severe. So for Sunday afternoon, I think we're going to see clearing during the day. That gives us hope for making it back into the 80s. But next week, at least, it is trending drier and a lot warmer.